What's up, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Happy Friday. It is June 18th, 2021. I'm your host, Ty, and this is Smarter Gambling. So, pretty nasty day, huh? All around just disgusting. Give that the, stock market is down. Every major index. Dow Jones, S&P, NASDAQ. Crypto is down. Everything is down. Just, all around pretty bad day. So, that's why we're doing the show from Ramenistan. We're doing the show from Ramenistan today. Because we're all eating ramen tonight. That's all we can afford tonight. Actually, I did manage to come out of today with a little bit of profit, which I'll share with you guys a little later. And I hope you guys made profit as well. And if you didn't, I hope you didn't take too bad of an L. Pretty rough day. But we'll discuss all of that. Hey, Mark. What's up, man? Thanks for being here again. Appreciate you. So, for today, got a great show for you guys. We're going to talk about, we got some Fed news. Of course, always some Fed news. We're going to talk about Goldman Sachs and crypto. And then for the analysis today, we're going to do ORPH, Orphazyme. That's been a hot stock this week. TRCH, Torchlight Energy. That's another hot stock this week. ALF, or Alfi. Another hot stock this week. Ticker ATHA. Forget what the name of that company is. But it's a pharmaceutical company that was trending today, so we'll discuss that. And then last one we'll do CLNE. Clean Energy. Forget what it's called, but that's a popular meme stock. That's very popular on Wall Street Bets. Most talked about stock on Wall Street Bets today. The cow fart stock. The Bill Gates cow fart stock. So we'll get to all of that. And of course, we'll get to our Yolos. Hey, Zakaria. Thanks for being here again today, man. Appreciate you. Mark, you made money on Wish? Yeah, I hope you sold in the high. I think it hit like 6 or 7% in the green today. And then it came right back down to nothing. So, I mean, I'm glad you made some tendies. I hope you cashed out at the top. Good for you, man. That's awesome. Money counter for you. Alright, so before we get into the show, if you guys could please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. Alright, let's do it, guys. Boom. Alright, here we go. Damn, you got killed with ORPH? I made tendies on ORPH today, man. We'll get to that in just a second, but I did real good on ORPH. Don't want to give too much away right now, but we'll get to that. ORPH is the first thing we're going to discuss today in the analysis. Okay. So, Dow Jones is down 1.58%. That's pretty bad. I don't think I've seen it down that much in a while. I think on CNBC they said this was the worst day for the Dow Jones since, like, January, if I'm not mistaken. And it's been down, like, for a week straight in the red, so pretty nasty. The NASDAQ finishes down 0.81%. But that's still above 14,000, so it's been on a run, so not too bad there. The S&P 500 is down 1.31%. Yeah, that's also pretty bad. All around really, really bad. But I guess it could be worse. The VIX is up about 3 points. That's almost 17%, 16.8%. So the VIX is going up, more volatility. So oh, I got some new memes. Got this one. You know, Jay Sean. Baby, are you down, 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 down? Got this one too. Timber. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. Yeah, that would describe today. Pretty much. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Okay. So Airbnb is up 1.21%. That's been doing relatively well. Of late. That's been like green every single day, pretty much. Yeah. You guys like those memes? I'm glad you enjoy. I kind of want to put the soundbite in there of the song, but I just don't want to get copyright. So I got to see if that's copyright or not. Hey, Monica. Appreciate you for being here again. Nice to see you again. You loaded up. Nice. Yeah, today was the perfect day to load up. A lot of red. So, not congratulations, what would I say? Good stuff there. Eventually, you're gonna print attendees. Give you the money printer. Steel's down also. Yeah. Give this for steel. These are great. All right. We got AMC. You know, AMC was actually like the one thing that was green today. It was up a good amount. It was up like 6% or something, if I remember correctly. Finishes down 2.42%. So, gave all the gains back and more. Not too bad, though. Not too bad compared to other things. AMD sideways. Oh, and Monica, I made some tendies on ORPH, so we'll get to that when we do the analysis. Pretty excited to share that with you guys. So Alibaba's up 0.33%. I'll take it. It's in the green. Was a lot higher. BlackBerry down 4.52%. Bed Bath & Beyond down 6.71%. Yeah, what the hell's going on with Bed Bath & Beyond? I literally sold covered calls on this thing 2 weeks ago when it was 35, right? For the 30 strike. I'm like, ain't no way this is going down to $30. And even if it does go down to $30, it ain't going that far, like past $30. And it finishes at like $27, $27.40. How is it down this much today? That's so disgusting. Anyway, I mean, I don't mind holding the stock because I'm bullish on Bed Bath & Beyond, but damn. I'm going to be bag holding this one for a little bit, looks like. We got Bio Nanogenomics down 3.05%. Beyond Meat down 2.83%. Canopy Growth. Wow, that's down 3.89%. Clover down 4.14%. Got Coinbase down 0.59%. Not too bad considering crypto was pretty nasty today. So, not too bad there. Got Corsair Gaming, hot meme stock. That's down 3.42%. DoorDash. Man, DoorDash and Airbnb are killing it. They've just been running like crazy. Everything is red and they're just still green. DoorDash is up 1.71%. We got DraftKings That's down 2.32%. Disgusting. But could be worse. It was worse earlier in the day, so I'll take it. Rebalancing next Friday, so Russell rebalancing. So hopefully that's a big catalyst. Got Express. That's down 2.15%. Fubo down 0.91%. Wow, Fiverr. Fiverr's up 7.23%. It's like one of the few things that did really well today. GME down 4.37%. Yeah, GME's getting slammed, huh? Not a good week. Not a good 2 weeks for GME. Got Hertz. That's down 3.58%. Cost down 4.52%. Wow. Li Auto down 2.49%. Marathon, Bitcoin company, Bitcoin exposure stock, that's down 3.79%. Probably just has to, well, that's because the general market is down and crypto is down. Everything's down today. MindMed down 1.32%. Where's MicroStrategy? Wow, MicroStrategy's up. That's interesting. It's up 2.48%. Microvision, that's been on a pretty good run. That came all the way back from like 12 to 22, I believe. But pretty rough day today. That's down 8.5%. But I guess that's considered healthy pullback, considered how hot the stock has been. Neo down 0.95%. Nikola down 2.94%. Nano Dimension down 5.53%. Ocugen finishes 0%. Literally sideways. I mean, it was down like over 2%, so I'll take it. But I'm going to get assigned on those next week too at the 8 strike. So looks like I'm going to bag hold that for a little bit. But that's also rebalancing in the Russell next week, next Friday. So hopefully that'll give it a little bit of a push there. Orphazyme, that is down 49.66% today. Good. I mean, if you consider sideways strong, Zakaria, I mean, I'll take it. You know, it ain't green, but it's better than red. Yeah, Orphazyme. Well, we'll discuss this a little later, but quick summary. They had the big catalyst yesterday, or they were supposed to, about their, what's it called, PDFUA, whatever that was called, for the FDA approval for their drug. And that got delayed. That should have been a red flag right there. When the day of the catalyst, no news came out. So it turns out this morning, the news dropped that they didn't get rejected. This is argued on StockTwits. Like, they didn't get denied, but the FDA was like, not yet. Just, we need more data. So that was not good news. And actually, it was down to $5 this morning. It was down 66%. So a little bit of recovery there, but really disgusting. Really disgusting for Orphazyme. But we'll talk about that a little bit more. Okay, we got Palantir down 0.31%. Not too bad, I guess. Wow. Recon Technology, RCON. Man, there's so much bullish sentiment on this, but it just keeps getting slammed every single day. I feel kind of bad. Kind of seems like hedge fund manipulation going on here, but apes together strong. I ain't in that, but that must be pretty tough mentally. Every single day, it's red. Not even like red, it's like deep red every single day. So my condolences to everyone with that. Ride, Lordstown Motors, that's up 3.3%. I don't know why. Why are people buying this? This just makes absolutely no sense. The company's literally going to go bankrupt, and people still are bullish on it. I mean, unless it gets short squeezed and then, they keep doing offerings like AMC. I just don't see how this is going to survive. Ride is down 6.18%. Probably just has to do with crypto coming down. Roku did really well today. That's up 4.58%. Hey, Low Roller. What's up, man? Appreciate you for being here. Mark Cuban got scammed? No, I did not hear about that. What happened? I heard something about Mark Cuban, but no, I didn't hear about that today. But he's a billionaire, so doesn't really hurt him too much. That sucks. Okay. Sundial Growers down 3.85%, so cannabis not doing too well. SoFi up 1.5%. Virgin Galactic down 1.39%. Tilray down 3.21%. Tesla's up. Tesla's up 1.09%. Viacom finishes down 0.4%, over 40. There was a lot of action, like in the last 5-10 minutes. A lot of price action going on in the whole market. So Viacom was literally down like almost 2%. Came back from the dead. I mean, I'm not complaining, but crazy stuff. Anything else here? Oh, Wish. Wish is up 1.51%. Finishes in the green. Earlier in the day, this was up like 6 or 7%, so major pullback, but still in the green. At one point, I think it briefly went in the red. Workhorse, that's up 2.91%. A lot of apes like that one. Shiba Inu delayed their Coinbase listing. Okay, well, hey, thanks for the link, man. We can look at that. I'm gonna do the crypto review real quick, and then I can take a look at that. So that's the stock market. There's some green, but overall, pretty bad. Pretty bad day. So hope you guys walked away not too hurt. Didn't lose that much money today, or I hope you guys made money. I made a little bit of money. So I don't know how, but well, actually. I'll share that with you guys later. But yeah, really bad day. Disgusting day. Yeah, Low Roller. I made a play on ORPH, so we'll get to that. But it did tank really hard. I took advantage of it though. All right, so that's the stock market. Really disgusting stuff. Nasty day. Okay, let's get to crypto. All right, here's crypto. That's down 5.35% today.
Good.
So, yep, everything down. Everything down. Timber. Okay, what's going on here? Bitcoin's down 5.23%. Ether's down 6.36%. Binance down 4.22%. Cardano down 3.64%. Dogecoin down 5.17%. XRP down 5.33%. Everything down, right? Is anything up? Doesn't look like it. Literally nothing. Everything's down like at least 6%. Yeah, literally like nothing is up. Wow. Okay. Well, that sucks. Bad day for crypto. Bad day all around. So, yeah, I'm not even gonna run down the list. Everything is red. The only thing green is the stable coins. Okay, let's get to some news. Well, I'll take a look at Low Roller's thing first about Mark Cuban, and then we'll get to some stock market news. Okay, Mark Cuban endorsed token Titan. Plummets 100%. Wow, okay, so it's it coin. Okay, June 16th, from 64 bucks all the way down to 0. Huh. Well, what happened? Titan's tokenomics caused the sell-off to snowball into a bank run. Titan used it to collateralize a stablecoin in the iron finance ecosystem. Huh. So it was a stablecoin. It's supposed to be $1. Is that right? And then it lost the peg? How is that even possible? Wow. Well, he says he got out. Wonder if he got out with a profit or he took an L, but he didn't take a 100% L. Yeah, that's really bad. It launched like 2 days ago, 4 days ago, and then you get a big celebrity, a big entrepreneur like that to endorse it, and then it goes to 0. That might mess with his credibility for a little bit. Mark Cuban wants regulations in altcoins and DeFi since he got scammed. Yeah, honestly, this happens a lot more than people realize. Maybe not like this bad, not 100% in a day, but there's a lot of you know it coins out there, and a lot of them are not regulated. They're all just based on marketing. There's actually nothing behind, no technology behind the coin. It doesn't have value, but these marketers presents it very well, and they sell you into buying it, and then it goes to 0. So, I mean, I've seen this over and over before, plenty of times. It just doesn't really happen when you get a big celebrity like that endorsing it. So that really sucks. Mark Cuban will be fine. He's a billionaire. But sorry. I feel bad for everyone who got burned on this. Paul Pierce promoting Emacs. Yeah, well, he got fired from ESPN, so he needs money now. So now he's just shilling. He's shilling crypto, I guess. That's his new job. Yeah, remember that he got fired because he put the video with the strippers on social media. Pretty dumb. But yeah, and then Soldier Boy. I think Soldier Boy was shilling some other coin. So everyone is shilling something. They don't actually like the coin. They just get paid to shill it. So this is the state we're in of crypto. But yeah, Thanks for sharing this, Low Roller. Interesting stuff here. Okay. Now let me pull up my news here. All right. Staying on crypto, Goldman Sachs ramps up Bitcoin trading in new partnership with Mike Novogratz Digital Galaxy Digital. The bank has begun trading Bitcoin futures with Galaxy Digital, the crypto investment firm founded by Mike Novogratz. As more banks allow clients to trade Bitcoin, the depth and breadth of the market improves, which ultimately should lower Bitcoin's famous volatility, according to Galaxy Digital's co-president. I don't think John McAfee's in prison, is he? Isn't he like in some? He's in some Asian country. He like ran away to some Asian country, and now he has like a private militia and like security, and he just like kind of runs the town he's in. I saw I saw some video about that, and then and he that guy's crazy, man. And then he's sleeping with all the women in the village, and anyway, yeah. Is he in prison? I don't think he's in prison. I think he's in a country where you can't get extradited. Anyway, back to this. So yeah, Goldman Sachs is John McAfee's in prison. Really? Well, I guess they got him. Pretty funny guy, but he is off the rails. He is nuts. I remember when he shilled Verge, and I had Verge at the time, a couple of years ago, and that thing just mooned. I was like, yes, John McAfee. Anyway, back to this. So yeah, Goldman Sachs is gonna offer. It seems like they're gonna offer crypto soon, Bitcoin futures, not options yet, but I did see something where they're likely to start offering options on Ether soon. So we're slowly going in the right direction, where you don't have to have all these different. You don't have to have Coinbase and Robinhood and then your regular brokerage. You could just do everything from one place. So that's a good thing. So probably pretty soon, in the near future, maybe a couple months or a year or something, we could start trading crypto and crypto derivatives on our regular trading apps, on TD, on IBKR, Fidelity, all that good stuff. So, okay. Next piece of news. Yeah, Lorola, I believe you, man. I believe you. Okay, so let's get to some Fed news right now. The Fed will continue to dominate the market in the week ahead after sell-off. Key points. The Fed set off turbulence in stocks, bonds, and currency markets this past week when it was signaled it was discussing moving towards tapering its bond buying program. That turbulence has heightened the focus on the Fed and inflation, so comments from Fed Chairman Jerome Powell before Congress on Tuesday will be important in the week ahead. There is also key inflation data late in the week, when the Fed's preferred inflation measure, the Personal Consumption Expenditures Inflation Index, is released. So, I mean, it's more Fed news. Is this anything new? I don't think so. Literally, every week the Fed is saying something. Every week, every other week, they're either doing an interview, they're making a speech, releasing some report, and it's always the same thing. We're not going to do anything yet. We're just thinking about raising rates. And then every time they talk, they tank the stock market. So it's amazing. You already know what they're going to say, but stock market still goes down. But anyway, there's a part 2. Whoop. What just happened? Uh-oh. 1 second, guys. Alright, sorry about that. I don't know what just happened, but got it back up. My Verge is still alive. No, man, I dumped that. I dumped that a long time ago. But Verge is still, yeah. It's surprisingly still traded. But nah, I dumped that a long time ago, man. Fed's Jim Bullard sees first interest rate hike coming as soon as 2022. St. Louis Fed President James Bullard told CNBC he sees an initial interest rate increase happening in 2022 as inflation picks up. That's even faster than the consensus expectation for the first increase to happen in 2023. You love to have an economy growing as fast as this one. You love to have a labor market improving the way this one has improved, he said of current conditions. So we're getting 2 different statements here. So, you know, the Fed chair, Jerome Powell, is saying we might think about raising it soon. Like, everyone pretty much agrees that there's going to be some rate hikes by 2023. But this guy, Jim Bullard, says could be in 2022. So that's not really good. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants rate hikes that fast. But we might have to do it sooner than later because inflation is running pretty hot right now. So they might have to step in and alter their plans. But still good for 2021. I hope we don't get it in 2022, and I think everyone knows it's coming in 2023. So still playing out. This is St. Louis Fed president. This is not Jerome Powell, the actual man in charge. So we'll see what happens with this. But for now, no rate hikes. Inflation's still going. Stock market is running. So continue on business as usual. Did I make money on Verge? Yeah, I made a little bit, maybe like 50%. It wasn't even that much. It was like $1,000 or something. I didn't put any like significant money in that. Yeah, we are getting spoiled. 0% interest rates. Not gonna say thank you to the pandemic, but you know that did, in a way, help the fast recovery. So, enjoy it while we can. It's only gonna last for so long. Probably got another year, another 2 years, something like that, year and a half. So who knows? But we still gotta take advantage of it while it's still here. 15% interest. That's a little bit much, but I could see that. Going from nothing and then we have to like over adjust and then you raise it so high. I could definitely see that. But we'll see. All right, that's it for the news. Let's get to the analysis. Okay, first one, ORPH, Orphazyme. So, this was trending on StockTwits today. It was number 1 trending for a while. I believe it was number 2 most talked about stocks on StockTwits. Did the U.S. pay 20%? I'm not sure actually. That's before I was born, so I really, I really have no idea. Um, so yesterday was supposed to be a big catalyst. They were gonna submit, I think it's called the PDFUA. I believe that's what it's called. Don't quote me on that, but it was pretty much to get approval from the FDA for their new drug. No news came out yesterday. That was very suspicious. And then turns out this morning at like 5 in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning, the news finally came out that the FDA, well, they didn't deny the application, but they told Orphazyme, we don't have enough data, so, you know, go back and do more trials and then come back, and maybe we'll say yes next time. So the market really, really did not like that, and it tanked all the way down to $5. It went from 15 all the way down to 5. It was down, 67%. Now, it did come back up a little bit during the day. Finishes at $7.33. So, finishes down 49.66%. But very quickly, let me show you guys. I did make a play on ORPH today, and honestly, I never thought I would. But here it is. So, this is me today. I bought in at 7 o'clock. You see right here? Well, from like 7:12 all the way to 7:16. This was a 10K trade, $10,000. And it started rocketing up. It went to 750, 859, and when it went to 9, I set a stop loss for 840, which would be 20%, because I got in at 7. So, oh, Mark, you sold at 9? Nice, man. You dumped at the top. Congratulations, man. I should have dumped at 9, but I dumped at 840. So, 3 hours later, I sold off my 1,500 shares, and I banked a 20% gain, $2,000 gain in 3 hours. Give myself the money on that. And thank God for the stop loss. I mean, I probably would have sold it anyway, because it continued to tank all the way down to $7 around there. But I should have sold at. Well, I could have sold at 9, 9.10, and then I would have made 30%. I would have made 3K. But yeah, actually, it's pretty funny. Yeah, thanks, guys. It's pretty funny because this was not the initial intention, my initial intention. What I wanted to do was buy 1,500 shares, and I wanted to sell covered calls on them because I looked at the implied volatility on Orphazyme, and it was like almost 400% IV, 400% implied volatility. So for the $10 strike, when it was 400% volatility, one contract was selling for $750. So I was trying to sell 15 contracts and, break even right there. If I was able to sell those 15 contracts for $750 each, $750 each, that would have paid for the trade right there. And then if it went over 10, I would have made money on that too. From 7 to 10, I would have made, that's about 45%. That was the initial plan. Now, what ended up happening was, as soon as the market opened, the IV went from 400% all the way down to about 250%. So the value went from 750 down to like 300 in a few minutes. So, damn sirens. 1 second, guys. All right, doesn't seem that bad, actually. So, I was like, well, there goes the plan for selling the covered calls, what's the point of selling them now? It's worth like a third of the value. So I was like, you know what? I guess it's a day trade now. And so I just ended up day trading it. But this was not the plan. This was like totally by accident. Funny stuff. But it worked out. So, hey, I ain't complaining. University. Is Matic a good investment? Ask me, is it a good investment or it is a good investment? I think it's a pretty decent investment. Um, it's one of the newer ones. Just rebranded too, right? It's like Polygon now. Anyway, yeah, a lot of apes like that one. Very popular. Uh, buy the dip, buy the dip. Not financial advice. I mean, I like the blue chips more. I like Bitcoin, Ether, Cardano, Binance. But I don't personally have Matic. Never did, but looks like a pretty good investment. I'm sure if you hold it, it'll go up. You think it's a good long-term hold? Yeah, I mean, it very well might be. Mark, it could be. I think the average price target was like, I don't want to get it wrong, but it was pretty decent. What was it? But it was like $20 or something like that, or $40. I can't remember, but it actually does seem like a legit long-term hold. I don't personally like these pharmaceutical companies that much. Let me see. Orphism. Oh, well, no. Average price target, you can't even see it. It's 12.50 average price target. So, I mean, from $7, from $7.30 to 12, that's a pretty good upside there. A lot of upside. So there are a lot of people long on the stock. I don't really care. It might be true. It may or may not be true. I really don't care. But it's a good stock to swing trade and day trade. So, I mean, if you hold it, eventually it'll definitely go past 10 because it gapped. So 15 actually, it gapped from 15. So it probably is a good long-term hold. I'm not going to say it is, but I'm sure if you hold it long enough, it will go back up to 15 plus. So I'm not going to hold it, but, for everyone who doesn't seem like a bad play. And there's a lot of bag holders, There's some bag holders from $70. Imagine that. You're going to be holding forever. Holding for 30 years, man. Yeah, low roller. Orphism tanked. No, it tanked $10, bro. It tanked from 15 down to 5. It tanked $10, and then it came back up to 9 at one point. But no, it tanked $10, bro. Yeah, Wall Street. Honestly, it's not that talked about on Wall Street Bets. It's really talked about on Stock Twits a lot. I really don't see too much talk about Wall Street Bets for about Orphism. But it's been trending on Stock Twits. It's been like number one trending for a couple days. Number one, number two trending right after AMC. Yeah, people FOMO'd in $77 Orphism. When it was 1,400%, when it was up 1,400%. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Let's FOMO in. I shouldn't be laughing, but people gotta learn the hard way, not to do stuff like that. If something's up 1,400%, you should probably not FOMO. Even when it was up like 200%, I was like, oh hell no, I ain't touching this thing. Oh, Monica, you made money today. Congratulations. Yeah, it's a really good stock to trade, to day trade, to swing trade. Don't know how much more it's gonna dip, or if it's even gonna dip. We can analyze it right now. So let's do that. What is this? Okay. So we see here it gapped down from about $13. So, with gaps usually do fill. So at some point this is likely to come back up to $13. Can't say when, but if you hold long enough, it probably will. I can't even draw like support and resistance here because this chart is just too insane. But I highly doubt it's gonna come back down to 475. That's the low. And honestly speaking, this seems like pretty fair value right here. The RSI is at 48, so that's pretty average right there. That's right in between. That's right where it's supposed to be. Pretty decent volume today. Got 96 million volume. I think that's a little more than yesterday, so this would be the second highest volume day ever. On Wednesday was the highest volume day ever. So this is likely to, the volume is going to come down, so that tells me this probably is going to pull back a little bit. But I really don't think it's going to pull back too much because it's already down so much. But it probably does have a little bit more room to pull back. I wish I could say what the levels of support would be and levels of resistance, but it is impossible to draw this, to draw the lines on this chart. It's just, this chart is insane. Yesterday, you made money yesterday, so you sold before, Monica, you sold before it dumped off 67%. Hey, that's great. I'm glad you didn't get caught in that fire dump, the fire sale. GME goes down. Yeah, GME is like 210 now or something. Continues to get slammed. And then, a new generation of bag holders is born every day. So, there's someone who bought GME at like 300 this time around. Yeah, 16. Nice. So, very well played. Congratulations, Monica. Get the money. All right. So, that's all I got for Orphazyme. Yeah, insane price action today. But, typically this should be overvalued. But it's not. Like, according to the RSI, usually when you see stuff like this, it's overvalued and overvalued and overbought. But this is actually pretty average, so this is weird, really weird stuff. Insane chart, really hard to analyze. So we'll see what happens with Orphazyme. I may go back for round 2. I don't know. Today was today was a little out of character for me to make a play like that, but it worked out. But this is definitely a meme stock, like officially a meme stock. So if it dips back, I'll probably look to play it again. I usually go the other way, on pharmaceutical companies. I usually short it down, but this time I wrote it up. You buy GameStop under 150? Yeah, that would have been nice. GME at 150. I actually, back in round 1 in January of Meme Mania, I had GME at like 200. Ended up, and then it went down to like 50, and then it came back up to like 150, and I just took that. I'm like, I'm out for a loss. And then it goes back to 300. I'm like, what the hell? Do I think with so many people behind it, we can see a bounce next week? Oh, yeah, most definitely, man. Not saying it will bounce, and not financial advice, but, like I just said, this is officially a meme stock. Like, this is on it's trending on StockTwits every single day now, and and there's a lot of bullish sentiment. Like you got your few occasional bears hating on it, calling everyone an idiot, but if you read StockTwits, there's a lot of bullish sentiment, and I can't, it's hard to tell who's trying to pump it because they're bag holding and who actually is like buying in and who's really bullish on it. But, the sentiment's only going to grow. The number of watchers are only going to grow. So, and, just based on the gap, based on this huge pullback, I would expect it to, recover a little bit. I don't think it's going down that much more. Maybe a little bit, but it really can't go down that much more. Unless the hedge funds pull something. So, honestly, I do expect this to recover next week. Can't say how much, but it's just getting slaughtered right now. It's getting slammed. So, this can't continue forever. So, next week, and even if it's not next week, in the relative short term, I do expect this to recover. And eventually, pretty sure it's going to come back to 13 to fill the gap. So, yeah, we got to keep an eye on it. We got to see, pay attention to the price movement. And if you see a good opportunity, get in there. This is a great stock to trade. I'm not going to say it's a great stock to hold. Maybe it is, but definitely a great stock to trade. Yeah, Wall Street Bets doesn't really seem to care about this one. All they care about is GME, AMC, CLNE, Wish, Corsair, I really haven't seen much about ORPH. But maybe maybe the sentiment on Wall Street Bets will grow too. That'd be really nice. And then everyone's on board and everyone's pumping it. That'd be pretty funny. But no, Wall Street Bets has not jumped on this just yet. And hopefully they will. Anyway, that's ORPH. All right, next one, TRCH. This is Torchlight Energy. Finishes at $6.27. That's up 16.11% today. So one of the bright spots today. Everything is in the deep red. This had a really good green day. Surprisingly, too, because, it's been running up so hot. It's been running. And it's been overvalued for a while now, for the last few trading sessions. And by all indications, looking at the technicals, it looks like a good stock to short. But it just keeps running. What's going on? These meme stocks are crazy. They're so unpredictable. So I wanted to short this, but keep telling myself, stay disciplined. Don't short meme stocks. And that would have been the right thing. So, okay. So right now, I guess I got to draw a new channel. Well, right now we're close to the all-time high of 676. And I can't really say where the next resistance is because this just broke through the resistance of 6. And there's really no other candlesticks to go off of. So I'm just going to say the next resistance is the all-time high of 676. And then if it breaks that, then it's anyone's best guess. Who knows? Market will decide for itself. Now, if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be 540, 485, 430, and then if it breaks that, it can come all the way back down to 370. And at 370, it did gap up. So, the gaps usually do fill. So, I do expect this to come back down to 370 at some point, but can't say when. this might be running for a while. This is a very popular meme stock with the apes now. They like it a lot. Not so much on Wall Street Bets, but on StockTwits. StockTwits really, really likes this one. The longer, lower wicks on GameStop's daily candles demonstrates that when the price ticks down to its support at 209, buyers are coming in and buying every dip. Okay. Well, we can take a look at GME after I'm done with this one. So, yeah, at some point I think it's coming back down to 370. But who knows when that's going to be. And this is interesting because, the RSI is at 82 right now. So, extremely overvalued. Not as overvalued as yesterday. Yesterday was like, or 2 days ago, it was at 90, over 90. So, not as overvalued, but still very overvalued. And there was no volume today. Well, there was volume, but not compared to the last few trading sessions. Volume is coming down, so that kind of tells me this is a fake pump, a dead cat bounce, because it goes up 16% today on relatively low volume. I mean, it's more than the average volume, but, the last few trading sessions we had 250 million volume, 190 million volume, and like yesterday and today, we're getting like 70 million volume. So the volume's coming down and it's still pumping. That doesn't really make much sense. So that tells me it's a dead cat bounce. And it's likely to come down pretty soon. But who knows, It's a meme stock. These things are so unpredictable. The apes are on it, so based on the technicals, I would say it's coming down, but who knows? And I'm too afraid to short this. I ain't shorting this. So that's Torchlight Energy. It's been trending. It's been a hot meme stock past couple of trading sessions. So we'll see how long it remains a hot meme stock. All right, let's take a look at GME real quick. Yeah, I actually have a support at 220. I don't have it at 210, but it looks like there is support at 210. You can draw one here. So, yeah, it retested. It tested 210 like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Tested 210 7 times this week, or 6 times. So, or the last few trading sessions. So there's very strong support at 210. Very, very strong support. So if it breaks 210, if it goes to the downside down below 210, it might get really, really bad because there is very strong support there. So if that support breaks, this might go drilling. I'll give that the timber. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. Is TRCH more popular than you mean ORPH, right? No, it's not. Not the last few days at least. ORPH has been number 1 trending and number 2 most talked about, I believe. And TRCH, I can pull it up right now, actually. Let's see. Well, in terms of trending, TRCH is more popular than ORPH. But ORPH was number 1 trending this morning when it was with all that price action. But in terms of most active, like most mentioned in the top 24 hours, so we got AMC by far, and then we got ORPH that has almost 19K mentions, and then it's Wish, they got 12K. So, you know, ORPH is very popular right now. 19K mentions. Next is Wish, 12K, and then it's TRCH that has like 11K. So it has about 7,000 more mentions than ORPH has 7,000 more mentions than TRCH. So yeah, right now ORPH is more popular, like by a pretty significant margin. Doesn't mean it will be next week, but as of right now, it is. Okay, what's the next one? ALF. Okay, here's ALF Alfi. This finishes at $7.96. That is up 29%, 29.43% today. And I see in the aftermarket it's going up a little bit. It's past 8 now, so still running. So this has been a hot stock of late. I wouldn't necessarily call it a meme stock just yet, but StockTwits really likes this one. Wall Street Bets not so much, but this has been trending on StockTwits the past couple of days. This company they do they're putting tablets in Uber and Lyft now, so that's supposed to advertise to you. So people like this one. It's been on an incredible run. Gapped up from 350. That's the first thing I see. It gapped up from 350. So again, with the gaps usually do fill. So I do expect this to come back down to 350 at some point. Can't say when though. But eventually, I do think this is going to come back down to 350. I mean, I guess I can draw some support and resistance, but not really any point because there's not much data to go off of anyway. But I mean, the next level of resistance would be the all-time high of $9.22. Now this is interesting. The RSI is at 78, so it's overbought, overvalued right now. The volume is 54 million. But it's kind of odd to me how it pumped up so much today. It pumped up 30% with a relatively low volume. I mean, it's not low volume, but it's not as much volume as it's been doing the past couple of days. This is the third largest volume day ever. So it is large volume, but compared to the volume the past couple of days, it's coming down. So that tells me it looks like a dead cat bounce to me. So as volume decreases, I do expect this to pull back. And this also looks like another good stock to short. But again, I'm pretty scared to short this stuff. I don't mess with meme stocks. It's not a meme stock yet, but it kind of looks like it will be. So I wouldn't dare short this thing. I guess you can draw some support here. One right here too. So if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be, well, there's probably one more actually. We'll just put it at 7. So if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be 7. And then about 610. And then 560. And if it goes down from there, pretty hard to chart this. Well, if it goes down from there, there's probably some more support levels, but it's hard to chart right now. But this could come back all the way down to 350, and I really do expect it to come back down to 350 at some point to fill the gap. So that is ALF, hot meme stock. Been trending past couple of days, still running hot. But based on the technicals, I would say it's coming back in the short term. So congratulations to everyone who made tendies on this today. You know, it was up 29%, over 29%. Everything else was blood red. So if you were in this one, you did good. You did good today. So that's ALF. Jern. Okay, let's look at that. Jern. Oh, I did see this one trending. Yeah, I was doing my scan tool right here. Yeah, see. Wow. How long was I talking without the screen up? I didn't even realize the screen was up. Or down. Wow. Well. My bad, guys. My bad. I don't even know how long the screen was down. Why didn't anyone say anything? Okay. Anyway. My bad. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I was doing my scan tool today. Right here. I saw it. 300. And this is kind of a penny stock, too. So I wouldn't look too much into that. But we look at the calls and the puts. This traded 606 times more puts than it usually does. And then 202 times more calls than it usually does. So seems like some unusual options activity going on there. Might have to look more into that later. But this is a penny stock, so you should expect some pretty high volume. But I did see this one earlier on my scan tool. Wow. Big jump today. Came all the way back down, too. And it gapped up at, excuse me. Gapped up at, about 140, so likely to come back down to 140, but wow, incredible price action today. And by far the biggest volume day. No other day is even close. Wow. Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Monica. Okay. Tony McCormick, PayPal. Yeah, that did pretty well today. That was also trending. Yeah, PayPal did pretty good today. But it's getting into that overbought. It's getting into that overbought territory. It's at 69. Lol. So I probably wouldn't FOMO into PayPal right now. Probably wait for a pullback, but it's been doing really well of late. Past couple of weeks. It's been on a little run right here, all the way from 240. But it is getting into that overbought territory right now. It's 69, overbought is 70, so RSI. So very good for PayPal. It was green today. Not many things were green. But I wouldn't take a position here. I wouldn't FOMO into this. That'd be at a relatively high. Yeah, PayPal does rely on crypto, and Venmo and Cash App also relies on crypto. Square. I like Square better than PayPal, but they're both good. Okay, let's do ATHA. AT. Okay. All right, here's ATHA. This was trending today. This is a pharmaceutical company. Uh, Athira, Pharma. Um, so I'm not exactly sure what kind of drugs they make, but this was trending because it was down 40% today, down 39%. Finishes at 11.15. That's down 38.87%. So there's a reason why this tanks so much. It's because the CEO is temporarily suspended because apparently she did some. I could pull it up actually. It says the CEO, when she was doing her PhD, her doctoral research, uh, there's claims of misconduct involving research by Dr. Lean Kawas. That's the CEO, Dr. Lean Kawas. So she's being investigated now. I guess internally by the company and by Washington State. So yeah, that was just really bad news. You know, she's temporarily on leave. What's officially? Um, well, she temporarily stepped down as CEO, and someone's acting CEO right now. So really bad news for this company, and yeah, came all the way down, gap down from 18. So again with the gaps, this is likely to come back up to 18 at some point. Uh, RSI's at 21, so really, really, really oversold here. You know, usually doesn't go past 20. RSI usually like 25 is usually like the low. You really don't see too many stocks going past, going into the 20s, like the teens, uh, that area. So pretty undervalued here. Not saying you should buy it, but I'm just reading the chart. I mean, it could be a good buy. A lot of volume, 30 million volume. So, by far the biggest volume day. Not even close. The next biggest volume day is like 3 million. So this had over like 10 times the normal volume. So, probably an overreaction, quite honestly. Uh, probably just a lot of panic selling, panic dumping. So, not I forgot what the price target was on this, but it was like 40 or 60 or something like that. It was pretty high up there. So again, not financial advice, but this could be a good buying opportunity. I don't personally like these pharmaceutical companies that much, but could be a good buying opportunity. Mark, I couldn't tell you that. It it could be it could be a couple days, it could be a couple weeks, months, could be next year. But the gaps usually do fill. You know, you look at any chart, um, and eventually, how's calling me? Eventually, the stuff does fill. Like example, Oxygen. You see here, right? Big ass gap, and it goes all the way up to 18, 19, and you're like, there's no way this is coming back down to 6, right? No, it came all the way back down, here to 6. See? So, that took what, like months? That was in February, and that took 2 months to fill that gap right there. And then we got another gap right here recently at 9. So hopefully that gaps up pretty soon. Because I'm in this. I need my money back. I'm bag holding right now. So, there's really no timetable on how long it takes the gaps to fill. But eventually, it usually does. Not all the time, but, I would say like 75% of the time, the gaps do fill. So, good thing to pay attention to. Okay, last one. Let's do CLNE. Alright, so here's CLNE, Clean Energy Fuels Corporation. Finishes at $11.78. That's up 5.94%. Give that the money. So, I mean, not the biggest gainer today, but most things were in the red, so this is considered really good. This has been trending. This is popular on Wall Street Bets. A lot of apes like this one. I believe this was the #1 talked about stock on Wall Street Bets today. And it's been like top 5 on Wall Street Bets for I think a couple of weeks now. So a lot of apes like this one. Oh, here, Mark, you see another gap here. Gap up, gap fills. Apes together strong. That's right. Apes together strong until 8. Yeah, actually, but Zakaria, dumping at 9 is not such a bad idea. 9 is because, the gap fills at 9. So I do expect it to come back to 9. So at 9, at 8, I'd be out. But at 9, I'm definitely out. And 9 is a good price to dump. Because that's when the gap fills. Okay, back to this. So, okay, so right now this is trading between the sideways channel of about 12.20 and 11.20. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 12.20, 14, 16, 18, and then 19.50. If it goes to the downside, next level of support would be 11.20, 9.70, 8.20, and then 7.50. I really doubt it's going below 7.50. But if it does, that'd be really bad. It could go all the way back down to like 5.20 if it does. I do kind of see a cup and handle here. The cup and handle is forming. Here's the cup, the U. And then we got the handle forming right here. It's consolidating. All right, Mark. Thanks for being here today. Appreciate you, man. See you next week. Okay. RSI's at 61. So, not overbought, not overvalued, but a little further on that spectrum. It's more on the overbought side than it is oversold. But this seems to be within range of where it's supposed to be. Volume was 103 million today, which is a lot of volume, actually. That's the second biggest volume day ever. That's pretty surprising. You would expect a bigger gain than this. But maybe that's just because today was such a bad day overall. So, kind of hard to tell where this is going. I would say up, just based on the cup and handle. Usually when you get the cup and handle, after the handle forms, you see a breakout. But, this is a meme stock, and with all meme stocks, it's really, really unpredictable. So, anyone's best guess, but if I had to give an opinion, I would say it's probably going up. It's not overvalued, and we see the handle forming from the cup and handle. So just based on that, it looks like this is due for a breakout. Not financial advice. So yeah, a lot of apes like this one. Very popular on Wall Street Bets. I was thinking about selling some puts on this, but decided not to. So have to keep an eye on this one. This is, I'm sure this is going to be trending. I'm sure this is going to be popular on Wall Street Bets and Stock Twits for a little while. So interesting stuff. We'll have to see where this goes. All right, that's it for the analysis. Let's get to the Yolos. All right. So we got all different Yolos today. We got AMC, Clover, UWMC, BlackBerry. So let's do it. This first one's by Risky Clicker. He says, I bet against resolve of AMC. Ape. I am clown. Good luck, Rocket Moon. I'm not really going to go over the play itself, but we see here he has 6 calls, or 6 puts, for AMC, expiring. It expired today. Today was the expiration, June 18th. Got the 45 strike, 41, 50, 48, 47, and 42. Zakaria, no unusual options activity today. I talked about a lot about smaller stocks today, and usually they don't really have too much unusual options activity. I'm sure there was on AMC. There always is, but we didn't discuss AMC today. Didn't really do too much. So, nope, no unusual options activity today. Okay. So, I just really wanted to show this one because this guy bought puts, and you don't see that often on these YOLOs. But the same rules still do apply when buying options. I always say don't buy FDs, which this is an FD. And I will say, I do agree. It is usually a good bet to bet against the public, the positive sentiment. If everyone's saying buy, you should probably sell. If everyone's saying sell, you should probably buy. That usually works. Not all the time. But the same rules do apply. With calls and puts, I always say don't buy FDs on calls. Don't use crazy strike prices on calls. Same thing for puts. Don't buy FDs on puts. Don't use crazy strike prices on puts, which I guess these aren't too crazy, but like $40, $45. It's a little bit out of the money there. A little bit too far from my liking. So, but this wasn't the worst thing in the world, It was a 3K loss. A lot of money, but not even close to other some of these other losses we see on these YOLOs. So that's really all I wanted to say about this one. The same rules apply for puts when buying options, whether you're buying calls or puts. Don't make bad plays. Don't buy FDs. Don't buy it way out of the money. But I will agree. Usually it is a good thing to bet against the sentiment. Just didn't work here. So Risky Clicker, thank you for posting. Sorry for your loss. Good luck to you. Hope you make it back. All right, this one is by Cerno. I think that's how you say it. It says, F it. See you at the top, AMC fam. Rocket Ape. Cartwheel Diamond. Okay. So, again, not really going to go over the play itself, but I wanted to show this one because I really don't like it too much. I guess I am going to go over the play a little bit. So, we see here, he has 11 calls for AMC, expiring next Friday, June 25th, at the, what is called the 62 strike. This is a 22K YOLO, $22,000 YOLO. And right now he's up $660. Now, I'm really not a big fan of this one. This is an FD. This expires next week. He FOMO'd in today. He just bought these today. So, if we just look at AMC, AMC is at a relative high right now. So, this is not buying the dip. So, he FOMO'd in, not the greatest entry point. And the strike price, I guess the strike price is, I'm okay with the strike price. AMC's at 59, strike price is 62, so pretty close there. Out of the money, but definitely possible. So this does have a chance of working out. And even if it does, that doesn't mean you should do it, because, in the long term, this is not a winning play. So I really don't like this one. I don't like the expiration. I don't like the FOMO. I don't like the entry point, the entry price. But the 62 strike is pretty decent. So this may work out. He may get away with this, may actually make some profit. But in the long term, this is not a winning play. You keep doing this, eventually it's not going to work, and it's going to go real bad. So, not the biggest fan of this one, but I hope it works out. So, Cerno, thank you for posting. Great content here, entertaining. Good luck to you, man. Hope it works out. Hope you make the tendies. I personally wouldn't have done this, but I hope you make money and it doesn't go wrong. All right, this one's by Past Beach 210. He says, Clover is the way. So, got a lot of money in this one, actually. We see the shares here. Has like 600 grand in shares right here. Or he had 600 grand. Now it's like 460,000. But we're not going to pay attention to that. We're just going to talk about the options. Well, I mean, this one I'm not really going to talk about the play itself either. But it does have 50 options. 50 call options for Clover. $15 strike. Now, yeah, he's down big here. This was a 16K YOLO, $16,000 YOLO. Right now he's down 57%. Now I wanted to show this one, because this is another example of FOMO. So we see, I'm assuming this guy bought the calls and the shares at the same time. So he FOMO'd in at $16.62. So that's pretty high up there. I mean, it went to 30, but I wouldn't exactly call it buying the dip. He kind of bought the middle there. Maybe he thought he was buying the dip, but it just kept dipping. So, I'm not the biggest fan of this one either. July 16th is the expiry. I guess that's not too bad, but I'd still consider that an FD. That's just a month out. So not the biggest fan of that. What's Clover at? I mean, Clover's at 12, so he needs a 33% gain right there to be in the money in 1 month. Kind of unlikely. I mean, it's possible because Clover's a meme stock and it can squeeze at any time, but kind of unlikely unless you get a squeeze. So this wouldn't be that bad if he just waited a little bit and bought at a better entry point. 15 is not. Yeah, well, he bought these at 1660 actually. So he bought these while they were in the money, and now they're out of the money. That's probably why he's down so much. He probably just should have waited a little more until this cools off, because this still looks like it's coming down. It actually just filled the gap right here. So maybe the worst is over, but definitely not the greatest entry point. He tried to catch a falling knife, and it just keeps falling. But it seems like he could lose the money. There's that at least. Seems like a millionaire to me. So what's 17K to this guy? So I guess if he can afford to lose it, then sure, that's fine. But not the greatest play for the shares or the calls. Should have waited a little bit longer. Not try to catch the falling knife, because it's still falling, and it could fall even more. And even on the shares, if he just waited, he wouldn't be down $155,000. So not much else to say about that. Not the biggest fan of the entry point. Not the biggest fan of the expiration date either. I guess the strike price is okay because he did buy these in the money. He had the right idea. It just went really bad. So, not my favorite play here. Not the greatest play, in my opinion. So, past Beach 210, thank you for posting. Sorry for your losses so far. This is pretty nasty, but doesn't seem like it's too bad for you. Seem like you're balling. Good luck to you, man. Hope it works out. And please post updates. Want to see how this goes. Alright, got a few more. Alright, this one's for Wish. This one is by excuse me. This one is by Condition Ladder. He says Loss Corn with a P. Okay. So right here, he has 100. I mean, it's already over. This was a loss. Total loss. But he had 110 call options for Wish at the 27 strike. Expiring today. It already expired. This was a 22K YOLO. 22.5K YOLO. And all of it's gone. All of it's gone. And it's gone. Alright. So, I mean, the play's already over. But I don't like this one either. I really don't like this one. Because, for one, it's an FD. Again, don't buy FDs. Doesn't usually work. Prime example, right here. So, don't like the expiry date. And I really, really don't like the strike price. Strike price of 27. 27. Okay, Wish is at... What's Wish at? Like 12? 11. Yeah, Wish is at 1150 right now. And at the peak, it was at 15. So, let's just give him the benefit of the doubt. If he bought these at 15, you know, that's still almost a 100% gain he would need to hit 27. Like 90% gain there. So I don't know what this guy was thinking with the strike price. He was really expecting Wish to just squeeze and go rocket straight to the moon. And it didn't happen. So, you know, so now he's down 22.5K. So, I wanted to show this one because I just really don't understand what the logic was behind the strike price. You know, this is kind of equivalent to when the GME apes were buying like 800 strike call options. You know, thinking that GME was going to squeeze all the way up there. I guess it's the same logic here. You know, 27 is a bit ambitious. That was extremely, extremely out of the money. You know, maybe if you bought leaps on these for like a year out or 2 years out, sure, you can make the argument. Fine. 27, whatever. But he bought an FD for a way out of the money, 27 strike. You know, this is essentially a lottery ticket here. And, you know, lottery tickets cost $2, not 22.5K. So, I just really don't like this one. Like, everything about it. I don't like the strike price. I don't like the expiration date. Not sure when he bought these, but just the strike price and the expiration date make these bad enough. So, I mean, I hope he could afford to lose this one. That's a lot of money. 22.5K. So, nothing else to say about this one. Pretty bad play here. Pretty bad play. Bad strike, bad expiration. So, Condition Ladder, thank you for posting. Sorry for your loss, man. I hope it doesn't hurt too bad. You guys shouldn't invest money you can't afford to lose. That's funny. Look, you see that? He has 3G. I mean, I'm not hating, but I just noticed that. 3G. Does anyone still have a 3G phone anymore? I don't have 5G. I'm still on 4G, but 3G? Come on, man. How long was that ago? Anyway, thanks for posting, man. Good luck to you. Hope you make your money back. All right, this one's by Derek Z 1985. Says, booked 30 calls on UWMC after finding out hedgies are loaning out shares to short at 27% interest rate, on top of the 20% short to float ratio. Gonna sit tight for a potential squeeze. It's titled Loss. Okay. So he has 30 call options for UWMC at the $12 strike, expiring July 16th. 1 month out. A little less than 1 month out. This appears to be a $3,300 YOLO, 3.3K. And right now he's down 52%. There it goes. I was like, why is it not working? So, I mean, I'm not gonna go over the play itself here, but I just wanted to show this one, because this guy, this is a good example of what not to do. You should never make a play just based on the short interest, just because you think it's gonna squeeze. You should make a play because you like the stock, and if there's a lot of short interest in it, that's just an added bonus. But you should never make a play just based on, I think it's going to squeeze. You know, for example, deep effing value. The man, the myth, the legend himself, deep effing value. Legend. He bought GME because he liked GME. He liked the stock. He liked the fundamentals. And he didn't even care. He didn't even really care about the short interest. It just so happened to be a bonus that there was a lot of short interest in it. That's how you should play it. Um, and you know, UWMC, a lot of apes do like this one, so this guy probably does like the stock. But you know, this play is based on expecting a squeeze. You know, he expects a squeeze in 1 month. And I mean, while it may happen, kind of unlikely. You know, these squeezes happen every couple of months. We've only been through 2 meme manias so far, but kind of unlikely this is going to squeeze in 1 month. Probably going to take a little more time than that. So, again, you guys should never make a play, especially with options, just based on short squeeze potential. You make it because you like the stock, you believe in the stock. It has good fundamentals, good technicals. And if it has a lot of short interest, that's just an added bonus. So, I mean, what's UWMC at? I mean, I guess it's not the worst play in the world, but I don't think it's gonna work out. So, you know, if this would have been, I would have liked this one if he pushed the expiration date back to a leaps, not expiring in 1 month. If it expired in 6 months, in 1 year, over 1 year, this would have been a really good play actually. But you know, this is an FD. He's just not giving himself enough time for this to work. Because, you know, you give it 6 months, you give it a year, probably will squeeze. 1 month, I'm not too sure. But, bottom line, moral of the story, don't make plays on short squeeze potential. Do it because you like the stock.
We like the stock.
So, Derek Z, 1985, thank you for posting. It says lost, but it's not over yet. Not looking good, though. But hope it works out for you, man. Good luck to you. And please post updates. Alright, last one. This one's by Fade. He says, blackberry flavored crayons are my favorite. Drooling face. Okay. So he has blackberry. 400 call options of blackberry. $15 strike. Expiring January 20th, 2023. So this is a leaps. This appears to be a 60. How much is this? 55K, 56K YOLO. 56K YOLO. $56,000 YOLO. Right now he's up $74,000, 74K. That's 57% up. So right now it's a grand total of $204,000. So making attendees here, printing the attendees, stacking the money. And while this is a really ape play, you know, this is an absurd amount of money to be making on a options play here. But I wanted to show this one because I really like this one. This is the exact opposite of what everyone else did that we just went over. This guy did it correctly. Not sure when he bought into these, but I assume it was at a relative low because he's up so much money already. So he probably caught this when it was on the dip, you know, after meme mania round 1. I love the expiration date, January 2023, giving himself a year and a half for this to work out. So a lot of time for this to work. I love the leaps. I always say buy the leaps, not the FDs. Buy the leaps right here. Great example. $15 strike. Really like that one. Now, blackberry's at 13 right now, so He has a year and a half for this to go up $2. So, you know, probably going to work unless something goes really, really wrong. This is probably going to finish in the money by 2023. It's most likely going to be about $15. So, you know, he did everything right here. Didn't really do anything wrong. I guess maybe he shouldn't have wagered $50-something thousand, but if you can afford to lose it, I guess why not? Sure. So, really well executed here. Great strike price, great expiry date, great entry point. So I really like everything about this one. Very well done, very well executed. And this is likely going to print a lot of attendees for this guy. He's probably going to make a lot of money here. Unless something goes horribly wrong, which it probably won't. Hope it doesn't. So, good example of what to do here. Do this. Don't do the opposite. Don't do what everyone else did that I just showed. So, Fade, thank you for posting. I want to say congratulations because this is probably going to print a lot of money, but still remains to be seen. Congratulations so far. Thanks for posting, man. Very well done. I really like this one. Very well executed. And good luck to you, man. Please post updates eventually. It's going to be a while, but please post updates. Alright, guys, that's the show for today. Pretty long show. But, great show. Covered a lot of stuff, a lot of interaction. Appreciate you guys for being here, as always. Anything else before we go? Anything you guys want me to look at? Questions, comments, concerns? This weekend I'll probably be doing some options videos on spreads. You know, put credit spread, put debit spread, call credit spread, call debit spread, all that good stuff. Maybe some other videos, we'll see. But plan to make those options videos, how to options this weekend. So stay tuned for that. All right. Going once. Going twice. Cool. All right, time to sign off. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys next week. Peace out. Have a great weekend, everyone.